Well, welcome to WellsCountyVoice.com. We've been struggling with a bunch of technical difficulties. First game out of the chute here in this Bluffton girls season. Lady Tigers are up 18-15. We're still working through issues, so continue to bear with us. Tigers up by 3, 3:48 to go. We're in the second quarter. Emma Boots at the elbow, looking for some help, pops it back outside. That shot's off the mark. Tiger rebound, back to Boots. And she'll throw it away, heads back over to North Miami. 18-15, 3:27 to go. And we got a held ball. Possession arrow will favor Bluffton. Again, welcome back. Our first broadcast of the year, and it's been a struggle. Marcus Morgan on the camera, helping out. Say hi, Marcus.
Hey, how's everyone doing?
So we've been on the phone with a number of people. Ben Daly's been up helping us with network issues. Marcus's camera's sagging.
Yeah. Trying to keep it up here.
Well, we got about 3 minutes to go. Maybe. Oh my goodness. You would know that we've done this a bunch of times.
We're a little rusty. We've been out for a while, huh?
Emma Boots at the line, sinks the free throw. Tigers go up by 4. Second free throw drops through. Tigers up by a handful. 2:51 to go. We're in the second. And North Miami will turn it over back to the Tigers. 20-15. Leading scorer for the Tigers right now, Grace Miller, with 6. Burchett handles, dumps it in the corner for Boots. Boots will get double teamed. Tries to get it into the paint. Stopped by the Warriors. We'll get a Warrior foul here with 2:28 to go in the second. We'll try to make some more adjustments at halftime and get ourselves in a little better situation. Boots goes back to the line, trying to extend the Tiger lead, and that one rims out. And the Warriors will cross the timeline. Tigers up by 5. A scrum in the paint, and we'll get a held ball call. .2:15 in the second. 20-15 is your score. Inbound will go off Bluffton. Abby Hall inbounding for North Miami. Hall looking, still looking, just gets it off. We've got number 20 out there, Marcus, and she's not on this.
Yeah, they said that she would change her number to number 20 at some point, but yeah, even the scorers guys weren't even ready for the start, so we had
number 11 inside, that's Bailey Kime. A save by Bluffton. Another scrum on the floor, and we'll get another held ball call. This time it'll go in the direction of the Tigers. 1:47 to go here in the second. And King hits a three ball, puts the Tigers up 23-5 as they extend their lead to 8. And another loose ball picked up by the Tigers. And King will push, gets it up off the glass, and what do we got here? With Miami ball, 1:19 to go, 23-25. Tigers will D up near midcourt. Picks up the dribble before crossing the timeline. Tinney's shot goes down. (23-17). Under a minute to go here in the first half. King outside off the back iron, no good. Offensive board by Jamie Myers. She's going to get fouled. And we'll head to the line, stopping the clock with 46 seconds left to go. Number 20 is Mary Ann Freeman. Myers misses her first free throw. Makes the second. 24-17. And a Bluffton Tiger foul will stop the clock at 39 seconds. Hall will inbound, 39 seconds left in the half. Out to Tinney. Tinney to Kime. Kime looks inside. Will pull it back out between the circles. Spins off a block. Outside shot's no good, and Boots is going to get fouled from behind. Will walk back the other way with 23 seconds left. Boots with 4 points will head back to the line. Makes the free throw. Lead back up to 8. One more shot for Boots. Shot up and good. Boots now with 6. Tigers up by 9. Out of bounds here on the near side. North Miami ball with 19 seconds left. This is Kime. Dumps it off to Smith. Back to Kime. 4 seconds left on the clock. Outside three is going to be long. And at the end of the first half, 26-17. We're going to take a break and try to continue to work out some issues here. Bluffton Tigers up by 9 as we head to halftime. I'll be right back.
in Bluffton, and nobody out-pizzas the Hut. Throw in some wings, breadsticks, and cinnamon sticks, and you can please a crowd. Check out our deals and order online at pizzahut.com for a quick pickup. Pizza Hut, we've got you covered at the Hut.
American Mortgage Service Company, located at 1169 North Main Street in Bluffton. We specialize in helping individuals realize their dream of homeownership by providing a top-notch, best mortgage experience. We offer a wide variety of loan programs and the most current rates available. Contact Angie Top or Jessica Best at 260-353-3300 or apply online at bluffton.americanmortgage.com. That's 260-353-3300.
American Mortgage, Equal Housing Lender, Indiana State 11063, NMLS 8246. After a summer of renovations, including the addition of a pro shop, new ball returns, and a new scoring system, Easy Bowl in Bluffton is now open and under new ownership. Easy Bowl is located at 1321 South Scott Street in Bluffton. Their fall leagues are right around the corner. Visit easybowlbluffton.com. That's EZBowlBluffton.com for an updated list of all the leagues and start dates. There's something for everyone. Open Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. Friday and Saturday, 3 p.m. to 1 a.m. and Sunday, 1 p.m. to 10 p.m. It's time to consider Easy Bowl for your kids' birthday parties, corporate events, and group outings. Follow Easy Bowl on Facebook for specials and upcoming events. Easy Bowl on South Scott Street in Bluffton. Come see what's new. Since 2009, Velocity Motors, located at 1750 North Highway 1 in Bluffton, has been offering quality cars at value pricing to you and your loved ones. Velocity Motors offers premium selected used vehicles with outstanding financing rates and warranties on all cars. Visit VelocityMotorsOfBluffton.com to see pictures of their inventory, prices, and Carfax reports on all the vehicles on their lot. Velocity Motors specializes in late model cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. Open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Visit Velocity Motors, talk with Steve, Kramer, or Rob, and see how pleasant a car buying experience can be. Velocity Motors, 1750 North Highway 1 in Bluffton. Quality cars at value pricing. Online at VelocityMotorsOfBluffton.com. The annual inventory reduction auction at Troxel Equipment has started. Visit TroxelEquipment.com for a complete list of sale items. With no commission and no buyer fee, now is the time to pick up the equipment you want. Bids close at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on September 1st, 2018. John Deere financing available to qualified bidders. Email bidlist at TroxelEquipment.com. The annual inventory reduction auction at Troxel Equipment, your solutions dealer in Bluffton, Huntington, and Wabash. See the list of sale items at TroxelEquipment.com for their annual inventory reduction auction. Kick off your weekend with some oven-hot pizza from Pizza Hut. You can get 2 medium 2-topping pizzas for only $5.99 each right now at your local Pizza Hut, located at 628 North Main Street in Bluffton. And nobody out-pizzas the Hut. Throw in some wings, breadsticks, and cinnamon sticks, and you can please a crowd. Check out our deals and order online at pizzahut.com for a quick pickup. Pizza Hut, we've got you covered at the Hut.
American Mortgage Service Company, located at 1169 North Main Street in Bluffton. We specialize in helping individuals realize their dream of homeownership by providing a top-notch, best mortgage experience. We offer a wide variety of loan programs and the most current rates available. Contact Angie Top or Jessica Best at 260-353-3300 or apply online at bluffton.americanmortgage.com. That's 260-353-3300.
American Mortgage, Equal Housing Lender, Indiana State 11063, NMLS 8246. Are you taking the first step towards a healthier you, or are you just tired of the same workout? From beginners to fitness veterans, the Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is the place for you. We offer a full range of workout equipment, personal trainers, certified instructors, a full line of classes, an indoor pool, and so much more. Have peace of mind when you work out with childcare available. The Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is so much more. Join today. Visit fwymca.org. Costly misconceptions about collision repair, brought to you by Lauren's Body Shop.
The insurance representative said you have to obtain multiple estimates.
False. There is no law requiring you get more than one estimate. With multiple estimates in your hand, they will most likely pick the cheapest one, which is often the most incomplete estimate.
In business since 1951, Lauren's Body Shop on East Dustman Road specializes in insurance collision repair, offers free estimates, and an outstanding limited lifetime warranty. Visit laurensbodyshop.com.
Costly misconceptions about collision repair, brought to you by Lauren's Body Shop.
All repair shops are basically the same.
False. There are substantial differences among repair shops. Some have made large investments in equipment and training, others have not. Always do your homework when selecting a repair facility.
In business since 1951, Lauren's Body Shop on East Dustman Road specializes in insurance collision repair, offers free estimates, and an outstanding limited lifetime warranty. Visit laurensbodyshop.com.
Costly misconceptions about collision repair, brought to you by Lauren's Body Shop.
The insurance representative said the shop you selected isn't on their approved list and you should choose from their list.
False. You are not required to visit these shops, and doing so could put you at a disadvantage in settling your claim and receiving a high-quality repair.
In business since 1951, Lauren's Body Shop on East Dustman Road specializes in insurance collision repair, offers free estimates, and an outstanding limited lifetime warranty. Visit laurensbodyshop.com.
The annual inventory reduction auction at Troxel Equipment has started. Visit troxelequipment.com for a complete list of sale items. With no commission and no buyer fee, now is the time to pick up the equipment you want. Bids close at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on September 1st, 2018. John Deere financing available to qualified bidders. Email bidlist@troxelequipment.com. The annual inventory reduction auction at Troxel Equipment, your solutions dealer in Bluffton, Huntington, and Wabash. See the list of sale items at troxelequipment.com for their annual inventory reduction auction.
Welcome back to WellsCountyVoice.com. We head to the third, 26-17. On not one of our finest broadcast nights, but we'll get better.
Yeah. You know, the coaches always said, come out after the half like it's 0-0. We're going to come out like the game just started. How's that sound?
I like it. I like it. On the floor for the Tigers, number 32, Olivia King. 21, Grace Miller. Number 41, Allison Powers. Number 23, Alyssa Burchett. And number 25, Emma Boots. North Miami with the basketball to open up the third. Tigers up by 9. This is Kime with the basketball. The right side to Hannah Hall. Oh, swinging around back to Kime. She'll dump it into the elbow to Freeman, and she will be fouled on her way to the basket.
And Kime, Scott, as the point guard, she seems like to be more of a director and getting her players in the right spot. I'm looking for her to be more aggressive in the second half, because in the first I don't think she took many shots, and the ones that she shot were well off. So look to see her be aggressive. Number 11 there.
The foul was on Olivia King, and that is her 4th. So King with 4 fouls. Tigers' first possession of the second half. Nice drop down to Boots. Gotta give Boots 8. Tigers with a double-digit lead. Briefly knocked away. Hall picks it back up. Drive down the block against Powers, and a nice shot by Freeman.
That's kind of what you have to do there if you're Alyssa. Just stand there with your hands up and good contest. Hopefully she misses, but she didn't there.
Miller gets tied up in the paint. She'll kick it back outside. King with an open 3, no good. Powers with a nice offensive rebound, but can't get it to go down. Oh, knocked away by Grace Miller, and they're going to call her on a foul.
And King made a couple deep bombs in the first half. Looked like it energized the Tigers. Let's see if she can make a couple more here in a second.
It's Miller's first, team's second here in the second half. Kime will get some backcourt pressure by Burchett. She'll cross the timeline with 6:40 to go. Kime between the circles. Over to Tinney. Nice feed inside, off the backboard, no good. Rebound Powers. King picks up her dribble, looking for Burchett, just gets it over to her. Oh, a dangerous pass, but King manages to, but she'll have it stripped, ball on the floor, a scrum and a held ball call. Tigers getting a little sloppy there.
Scott, I think it's very dynamic to have Olivia King and Grace on the court at the same time, because I think they're both scorers and they shoot the three ball very well, and I'm just excited to see what they're going to do this season. We saw a lot of that last season when Olivia was coming off the bench. Here she's starting, and she, like I said, she's not.
Yeah, a lot of starters coming back, really,
exactly.
Marcus. You know, you look at Emma Boots, Grace Miller, Burchett, Allison Powers, all got a lot of time last year.
And it seems like Grace has been here forever. And
it does seem like she's been here forever, doesn't it?
As I see her year on and year out, she just, gets better. The game gets easier. She kind of slows down, from when she was a freshman.
Grace Miller off the glass for two.
Nice left hand. She's always been really good going off with her offhand, finishing around the basket, dribbling. She's done a good job with that.
8 points now for Miller. 30-19, lead back up to 11. This is Hall, top of the key. Off the glass, a little bit too hard, no good. Burchett with the rebound. And Alyssa will start the break.
It's kind of like three guards on the floor for Bluffton with Alyssa and
Olivia and Grace. Yep. That ball way long.
Capable ball handlers here.
Donaldson with the rebound.
That'll be a question to ask Coach at the post game. What does he think about playing, almost three guards, even though Alyssa is one of the taller ones on the team, I think.
Ball loose on the ground, another scrum, still loose, fighting for it. And we'll get another held ball call. We've had a ton of them already.
Yeah.
And we'll get a timeout, North Miami.
That might be their first timeout I've seen her take.
We'll take a quick break, be right back.
Since 2009, Velocity Motors, located at 1750 North Highway 1 in Bluffton, has been offering quality cars at value pricing to you and your loved ones. Velocity Motors offers premium selected used vehicles with outstanding financing rates and warranties on all cars. Visit VelocityMotorsOfBluffton.com to see pictures of their inventory, prices, and Carfax reports on all the vehicles on their lot. Velocity Motors specializes in late model cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. Open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Visit Velocity Motors, talk with Steve, Kramer, or Rob, and see how pleasant a car buying experience can be. Velocity Motors.
4:48 to go. Inbound three-point ball on the way. It's long. And King with the rebound. She'll quickly push it up the left side. And give it up to Grace Miller between the circles. 4:37 to go here in the third. Number 22, Elena Kidd, has checked in for the Tigers. Along with Jamie Myers.
I think Elena, a lot of the times whenever she was a freshman, she got a lot of, quality minutes, I thought, just by the way she plays. She plays hard, she understands the game, and I think she does a lot of the dirty work that we used to see Megan do a lot, I think, with this squad here.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good comparison. Elena Kidd with the foul, her first, team's third. 4:11 to go here in the third. 30-19. Kime, a open three, no.
Crowd didn't like that one. Well, we got another jump ball here.
Another jump ball, yeah. The ball never actually gets held,
Yeah.
but it's a held ball.
Two people touch, it's automatic jump.
One of those unsolved mysteries.
Yeah.
4 minutes to go, halfway through the third. Boots gets double teamed. Myers, she'll go outside with it. Kit to Miller. Boots drives, finds a little room, a little bit too hard off the glass. Miller with a quick follow-up.
I always wondered how she got in there and got rebounds the way she does and finishes, being one of the smaller ones on the court. I guess the scoring part's the easy part for her. I just wonder about the rebounds.
32-19, outside three by North Miami on its way. And Miller with the rebound in. She'll quickly push the ball up. She will take it herself off the glass. Count it. Hoop. And harm.
Great transition offense there.
6 points in the quarter for Miller. 12 overall. She'll head to the line. Kime picks up her third. And the Tigers look to continue to stretch their lead. They're up by 15, make it 16. Miller converts the N1, and we'll get another timeout. From North Miami. Yeah, when you look at this Lady Tiger squad, again, a lot of experience coming back.
Yeah. And that just shows a great job by Coach Grau, where he played his young ladies, you know, coming into high school playing JV. They got quality minutes or just a little bit of experience on a varsity level. Even if that was, you know, 3 minutes left in a game and a blowout, they still got those minutes. So they kind of built trust with him and kind of showing now. So that's good to see. But it's nice because those core girls with Jamie, Grace, and Alyssa all help. You know, the young girls, you know, Olivia King still developing, and she's showing promise to be a good player for the Lady Tigers in the future.
.313 to go in the third.
Nice press look by the Tigers.
Baseline jumper is way long. Offered up by Cobbler. Going to be Lady Tiger basketball. Under 3 to go here in the third. And Kit's going to be the primary ball handler. Also out on the floor, Sam Meyer. And Tigers have it stripped away. Hall on the run.
Beat 2 Tigers defenders and took it on her own with her left hand. That's a good grab.
Miller goes into the corner. Burchett thought about it, pulled it down. She'll drive. Little floaters, no good. Jamie Myers with a nice save. Miller at the elbow. And we're getting a Bluffton foul here. It's going to be on Sam Meyer. North Miami will enter on the far sideline. Kit on Kime. Stays with her all the way down the lane. And North Miami will turn it over.
Checking in for the Bluffton Lady Tiger number 32, Olivia King, number 41, Allison Powers. Also in for the Lady Tigers, number 25, Emmy Boots.
Tigers will basically go back to their starting 5 here as Boots and Powers check back in. Kit, the only non-starter out there. Nice feed down to Allison Powers, just the way you draw it up. 37-21, under 2 to go here in the third. Loose ball on the ground, fighting for it. Finds its way into the hands of Hall.
Collects her own miss there, Scott. Puts it back, 2 points.
Boots gets double teamed. Looking. Finds King. She.
Now they're going to call on the floor.
Before the shot, yep. She split a couple of defenders.
She's not only been shooting it from distance well, but she's been getting to the basket as well, too.
That is Freeman's 4th.
Good steal. Oh, almost.
Boots almost with an acrobatic lay-in, but doesn't fall. 1 minute to go here in the third. Emmy Boots is going to bail her out there a little bit. It's Emmy's second. Kime to Tinney. Tinney picks up her dribble, finds Hall. Hall trying to drop it down to the post, but Power is going to front her and take it away and gets it in the hands of Boots. Boots loses it on the dribble. Hall back the other direction. Tigers get back. Good defense with the steal by Burchett. Boots now will back it up with 20 seconds and see if Tigers want to set up last shot. 17 seconds to go. Burchett will handle in the top circle. Down to 14.
Great move.
Good move. Boots will get fouled.
You know what, Scott? I can say I saw that back cut coming a mile away. Because as a defender, when you play that, you're not really denying, you're more smothering the defender. So when you do that, an easy back cut, you can see the Tigers practice that kind of in their warm-up. So that's really cool to see that, work there.
Well, while you were going through that, North Miami coach got teed up.
Ooh. She's been on fire the whole game. She's seen her get into our players a couple times. She's very, passionate and loud about the game. So that happens sometimes, I think. Will there ever be a time where we see Coach Grau get teed up, you think?
I don't think I've ever seen Coach Grau get teed. We're going to have to ask him.
He can be fiery, but I think he's, I've never seen him get teed up either,
All right, 1 of 2 on the technicals. These are her foul shots. Now up to 10 points. And 2 of 2 on the foul shots. 17-point lead, and the Tigers will get the basketball back.
That hurts your team when you do something like that.
Yeah, boy, if they could travel, that's too bad.
Yeah.
You can hit a bucket there. I mean, you're talking about a 5-point possession, right?
Oh, yeah.
Closing a quarter out.
I don't think they're aware of the time here, Scott. Nope.
So Marcus, let's talk about that technical. I mean, as a player, when you see your coach get fired up like that, when you're having a little bit of adversity, does that give you a little bit of adrenaline, or is that kind of dispiriting?
Well, it depends on how you look at it. In that, possession, if Tigers wouldn't have turned it over with the travel here, and with 5 seconds left, Tigers go down and score, you kind of look at your coach like, that kind of hurt,
Right.
the team. So as a coach, I think they always try to preach, keep your emotions in check, especially in a game like this or even in a close game that could be a big momentum swing. So I think it more hurt the team more than, kind of gave it a little bit more.
But as a player, if you think you've been wronged on a call and the coach is there sticking up for you and ends up with a tee,
I mean,
are you sort of
exactly,
like, all right,
well, it's nice to know that your coach has your back. Exactly right. So, I mean, it could go either way. I mean, kind of can knock the spirit out of a team, as well. Kind of working hard, and then, you get hit with that, and she's at the line, knocking down, 2 or 3 of them. So, but I want to go back to Emmy, and, I remember very well, actually, her sectional game where I think she had 31. Was that it?
It was something along those lines. It was a huge game.
Oh, yeah. And I want to see if, she can have one of those games, or multiple games like that from last year. I was excited coming into this game to see how she did. So early in the season, it looks like, she wasn't needed as much in this game where she brings her presence inside and, driving to the basket. I think she does, what kind of leap she's taken in that area of her game.
Alyssa's going to pick up her second foul, team 6th. So both teams 1 foul away from bonus as we start the 4th quarter. Tinney drops it through.
Nice shot there.
Good ball movement. Miller turnaround jumper's a little bit too hard off the glass. She'll
offensive
foul her
rebound.
own ball.
I'm going to bet that she leads the conference in offensive rebounds this season. How's that sound?
That's a pretty big call there, Marcus.
She follows her shots. She follows everyone else's shots. I think she's a great rebounder for the position she plays in for her size.
Kimes 4th. Miller back to the stripe, and Conley sinks the first. Tigers now in bonus. This is the bonus for Grace Miller. Second, catches the front rim of the basket, drops through. 2 of 2 for Grace. Grace now sitting at 16. Powers picks up her dribble and is going to get fouled. The foul is going to go against number 31, Hannah Hall.
And I think Monroe Central really wanted to double team Allison there, which is the right, lady to double team in that position in the short corner. I don't think they got over there fast enough, so instead they're committing a foul. She knocks down the first.
Tigers push the lead up to 18 as they continue to hit free throws.
I want to see this season where Allison takes her game, from last season. Is it her ability to stretch the floor, her and Jamie, or is she going to battle inside and, collect those rebounds and, make it tough for the other lady bigs she faces this season?
Well, kind of an awkward shot by Olivia. Kime back the other direction. She's going to go right to the bucket, and it just rolls off the front of the rim. And Allison's going to get pick up a foul here.
I think that's what she's best at, Kime. First time seeing her, I know she has a good handle with the ball, and I think she can get past a couple of defenders, you know, score around the rim. She just hasn't been able to finish, and I think that's been tough on her tonight.
North Miami fouls on Hannah Hall, her 4th. And Allison's going to find her way to the bottom of the bucket again. It is her 4th free throw make, 4 of 5 so far tonight. One more coming. And the lead is 19. 6 of 6 from the free throw line here in the 4th. Merle Frank in the ball game. Gets the defensive assignment against Kime. Powers, wide open, didn't pull the trigger.
And that's what I want to see her take. I want to see her pull the trigger there.
Oh, nice work coming back from behind by Grace Miller. Not giving up on the play.
Great job there.
Kind of a rundown block.
That's rare. You see the foul on, you know, trying to set up the inbounds play. I rarely ever see that, you know, so it's a good call there.
That is going to put North Miami in the bonus. That's one of those calls. No time runs off the clock when you're up by 19. You just want to run clock.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Ooh. And missing everything on the front end of the 1-on-1. Tigers basketball, 6 minutes and change left to go. Miller, baseline, dumps it off to Barger. Got it to go. Zoe Barger for 2. So Zoe gets in the book. 21-point lead.
You know, Scott, I'm curious. I think Zoe will have a bigger, you know, role on this team once coach is forced to go deeper into his bench, because I think she can be a mismatch with, you know, how tall she is. And I think she's very good around the basket as well, left or right hand.
Merle Frank with the foul. Sends Kime back to the line. You know, Kime has not scored until this quarter.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, she was very non-aggressive in the first half. The whole first half, I thought she'd kick it in the second quarter, and she never did. But now she's being aggressive, and the shots just aren't going down. And I knew she could do that the whole time. So maybe our coach got in her ear there. But you got to talk about the other players around her. Those girls have done a very good job tonight, you know, picking up the slack. And so
this is Miller. Fights off the double team, boots in the corner. Back to Miller, and
I think they're going to get a 3 and a key there. Which that's kind of tough, because coach wants Grace to play inside, you know, versus that 2-3. And then it's kind of like for the other girls, the other bigs, it's kind of like, what do you want me to do, you know? So it's kind of space the floor there.
So is that a case when you talk about floor spacing, it just all gets jumbled up in that situation?
Great job.
Barger with the N1 possibility.
And you can stretch a defense when Jamie and Allison can, you know, shoot that 12-foot shot there, and that stretches the defense if Grace is playing, you know, free throw line extended, because she can shoot the outside shot. That'll be dangerous for defenders.
Checking in for the Lady Tigers, number 32, Olivia King. In for North Miami, number 4, Alex.
King checks in. Burchett will sit down. Bluffton now in double bonus.
Good job.
Zoe does not convert on the end one. What was that? Held ball?
Famous jump ball call.
It's going to be the parade of fouls here for this last 4.5 minutes. And Hannah Hall is going to foul out here. Barger will go back to the line. She'll get 2. 50-29. So he's got one more coming up. 21-point lead for Bluffton. Second one is long and held ball.
And I know we talked briefly about the NBA season starting, Scott, but you know, I've been watching LeBron and his free throw situation here, and it just hasn't been looking good. But I know the other night, being 5th on the all-time scoring list, he went 14 to 16 from the line, and that made me happy. I went to bed with a big old smile on my face.
Yeah, I tell you. Marcus and I have this kind of running commentary about his love for LeBron.
Yeah.
No matter where he goes, that's Marcus's team.
I go too.
Barger's got 6 in the quarter.
But hey, your Philadelphia 76ers, you know, without LeBron, they could be the team, huh?
I'm hoping.
You know, I think
Jimmy Butler's arrived on the scene.
I think they're better than Boston.
Do you?
I do.
So, what is the best big three
The best
in the NBA?
In the NBA.
We'll start by conference. Start in the West.
Okay. In the West,
That's probably easy.
I mean, yeah, the Warriors with Kevin Durant, you know.
So who's your
Klay
big
Thompson.
three?
My big-
Thompson, Durant,
and Curry.
and
I
Curry.
don't think Draymond
Okay.
Green's in there.
All right.
You know.
So that's a pretty easy call.
In the East, I think it's
All right, give me your second best
my
big
second.
three in
you're
the
gonna,
West.
You're gonna you make laugh. Joe Ingles, Donovan Mitchell, and Rudy Gobert.
All right, that's
Those
not
are-
bad. That's
And
not
I
bad.
know they lost by 50 the other night, but I love Joe Ingles. He
Right.
claims he's the best shooter in the league, and you
He
know
does
what?
claim that.
I might believe him. I might believe him the way he shoots the ball, man. I'm telling you, eyes closed and everything.
All right, so best big three in the East.
See, I want to say it's in Philly, but the start of the season, I haven't been able to trust Ben Simmons. I think they're really trying to expose his jump shot. But Jimmy Butler hasn't been there long enough, so it's tough to say. And I know Jimmy Butler's going to do great. I got a notification. Actually, that said he started out hot in the first half. But you can't. It's hard for me to pinpoint who's the big three in Boston. Wouldn't you say?
Well, you would say it's Gordon Hayward,
Yeah.
Irving,
Okay.
and who?
And Jason
Jason Tatum? But Hayward's done nothing
Exactly.
this year.
And
So Toronto,
Yeah.
you'd have Kawhi,
and Kyle Lowry,
Kyle Lowry, and
Danny Green. That's a tough one as well.
Milwaukee, you'd have the Greek
Giannis,
Freak,
yep.
right? Giannis. Middleton.
Chris Middleton, and yeah, Chris Middleton, and I know another guy on there that plays. Brogdon. Yeah, I know. You know, it could be tough. Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to be a homer, but Embiid is an all-star.
Yeah, I mean,
Jimmy Butler is a four-time all-star.
Yep.
Defensive Player of the Year. And Ben Simmons is the reigning Rookie of the Year.
Rookie of the Year. Yeah.
Now, can you put it together on the floor?
Yeah, I mean,
that's another topic for another day. But.
And Jimmy Butler seems to, be confident about that they get it together. I think they will too. I don't think, I think Jimmy Butler he took the rap when he was in Minnesota for Andrew Wiggins' struggles. And I don't necessarily think at all. I think Andrew Wiggins can, lose himself with the lights on. I don't think he is that dominant of a player. And I don't think having Jimmy Butler takes any of your dominance away. I think Joel Embiid's still the forefront of that team, of course. And then it goes Ben Simmons. And so those guys are your third Jimmy Butler, I think, is the third option on that team. What would you say? Depending on what you need.
We're talking way too much NBA in our girls' high school basketball.
Exactly.
This is a 22-point game, so we should probably pitch your YouTube show here.
Yeah.
Well, my thought is that Jimmy Butler should be the number 2 option on that team.
You think so? Yeah, I mean,
Jimmy Butler led the league in fourth quarter scoring last year with almost 10 points in the fourth quarter. So,
and I think he gets to the line just as good as some of the top caliber guys, I think.
I think Jimmy Butler is the kind of guy when you need a bucket, you put the ball in his hands and you play a little ISO and you let him go to work.
I agree.
And Ben Simmons is more of a facilitator and gets his points in transition. And the game slows down, and I think that's where he struggles.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree because he has to play a half-court offense, and he can't shoot the ball. And
he won't shoot the ball.
Yeah.
I don't know if he can't. We never see him shoot.
Exactly.
We don't know whether he can shoot or not.
Yeah.
Well, back to this game, 56-35. We're just kind of running out the clock here. But Zoe Barger is making her presence felt here in the fourth quarter.
One more NBA topic. Scott, when the time comes, I'm so excited to do this with you because it's going to be fun, Talking hoops. Why wouldn't you want to do that? Talking hoops. Love it.
Well, someday we're going to have a broadcast.
I know.
And Marcus and I are going to talk NBA hoops, and you'll get the perspective from 2 different generations.
Exactly.
And Kime, I've got her for 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10 points all in the fourth quarter.
She's being more aggressive. She's getting to the line.
Make it 11.
Yep. Making her presence felt here.
Now, granted, the Tigers have got largely second stringers on the floor right now.
Check into the North Miami line, number 10,
Jersey
Jersey Craig.
Trigg has checked in for North Miami.
And I don't think it's necessarily unfair to say she may be their best player for Central.
North Miami.
North Miami, I'm sorry about that.
We got confused because Monroe Central played the JV game, and then they bring in North Miami for the varsity game.
Yeah, but I don't think it's unfair to say she has the possibility to be their best player, but I think she just kind of filled the game out too late, Now it's the fourth quarter, you're down by a substantial amount, and
2:14 left, 58-37. Laurel Frank drains the three. Laurel Frank's in the book with a triple. And North Miami is going to call a timeout.
Checking in the North Miami line, number 12, Taylor Tenney.
Oh.
So Draymond Green kind of goes off on a tirade a little bit with the Warriors. Is that team now at its end? Is Durant going to leave? And is the dynasty over?
I think he's going to leave. I do not think the dynasty's over. I think, and I feel like a big LeBron fan, and the Warriors being LeBron's, team that he wants to beat, the team to beat, I think Steph Curry gets a bad rep of saying that because you can tell with him gone, he is the glue to that team. Kevin Durant's the best player, but Steph Curry's the most important player, correct? I mean, I would say that just because, you lose by 50. Or no, I'm sorry about that. You lose by 21 to the Houston Rockets, who are kind of banged up and just, getting their guys back from suspension and everything. And they're just kind of falling apart since Steph Curry, got hurt and left the team.
Well, remember, they won a title without Durant.
Exactly.
Right?
And I think Steph Curry's more than capable of, moving that team forward without Kevin Durant, I think you get – but I do think he's done.
You think he's out of there?
I think he's out of there after this season.
North Miami fouls on number 30, Abby Schuler.
Where he's going, I don't know, but I think he's done. I think he's done. Yep.
All right, so here's another question for you. What is the most interesting Final Four, the West or the East?
Duke's in the East, right?
I'm sorry?
Where's Duke at?
No, in the NBA.
Oh, okay.
Western Conference or Eastern Conference?
I would probably say the Eastern Conference just because Houston is definitely not what they were last year. Them losing the players that they lost were big contributors to their
Who
team.
is the Final Four in the West?
The Final Four in the West, I think it will be 1 Warriors, 2 the Trailblazers are playing well, and I don't think they're getting enough credit right now with how well they're playing. They were the second best team in the NBA after the other night, but I think they have the chance to get the 2nd or 3rd seed just by the way they're playing now. Houston, I just don't think I think they lost it from last season. They're going to really miss Trevor Ariza. So I'm going to say, and I'm not going to throw the Lakers in there because I don't think they're even close to being ready. But I think Golden State Warriors, Trailblazers, the Rockets, and the Utah Jazz.
All right.
Is that strange or what?
No, I think that's reasonable at this time of year.
What about in the East? What do you think?
Oh, I think that's easy. I think it's Boston, Toronto, Milwaukee, and Philadelphia.
In that order, or just
not necessarily in that order?
Yeah, I mean, I agree.
And I think that's a great Final Four. And I think that's a really competitive Final Four. Zoe Barger is going to go back to the line. Zoe has 8 points, all in the 4th quarter, coming off the bench and doing really good work.
Oh, yeah.
But struggling from the free throw line. She's 0 for 4 from the line. 63-37.
I think Milwaukee, they scare me come this time. And, I think Giannis's reputation as a winner really gets put on the line when, playoffs start. Because I know last season, at the end of last season, when they got eliminated, I kept seeing things around social media of, he's going to have to start winning some games, the important games, to be a top caliber player. And I think, that's fair because, all the greats and Kevin Durant, LeBron, Steph Curry, they've had to win those games to be concluded as one of the top players in the NBA. So I think that's a fair argument there.
And Bluffton just looking to run out some clock here, but North Miami and Bailey Kime continuing to work hard. Elena Kitt with the foul. And with 18 seconds left, Kime's going to try to continue to add to her totals here in the fourth. She's got 11 all in the fourth quarter.
So before the Jimmy Butler trade, do you think you were better? Do you think the Sixers were better than Boston?
No.
No? Okay.
No.
But now you think you have a little bit of an edge? Or
I don't know that whether I'm ready to claim we've got an edge yet, but I think Butler gives him a better. I think that deal was necessary.
Oh, yeah.
If you were going to have a shot.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I agree, because I think where the Sixers lacked was defensively and just the grit. And I think Markelle Fultz I think he's a hard player, and I've seen him play hard on defense, get turnovers, score in transition. I'm excited about it.
Your final here is 63-38. And Marcus, I will continue to talk about NBA because I don't have a full stat of books. And
well, I mean,
no, I think, look, I think they gave up two good players.
Oh, yeah.
In Covington and Saric.
And I think Dario Saric is, I'm curious to see what he can be. Robert Covington, we kind of knew he was a 3-and-D player. But Dario Saric, he could, put it on the floor from the three-point line and, get to the basket, score. And he can shoot a little bit outside. So I'm curious to see how he fits in. I still, haven't seen much from them.
I've always said that the winner of an NBA trade is the team who got the best player.
Yeah.
I don't care how many players are involved. It's the team who got the best player. And this is one of those cases where I think the Sixers win this trade because they got the best player. And if you go back and you look at Minnesota's stats from last year, the record they had when Jimmy Butler was playing and then he got hurt, and the record they had while he was hurt, it's night and day.
Exactly.
I mean, they were up in the top 4 and 5th of the West with Jimmy Butler on the floor. Jimmy Butler gets hurt. They barely squeak into the playoffs in the 8th seed. You look at LeBron. Look at what Cleveland's doing now, right?
Exactly.
Now, Love's hurt. I mean, they got some other issues going on there in Cleveland. But it just goes to show in the NBA, superstars matter.
And Jimmy Butler is that much of an important player. You can, going back to his days in Chicago, you can take D. Rose off that team. You can take Joakim Noah. But you still have a solid foundation player in Jimmy Butler, and you can build around that. And I think he's not only a good basketball player, but I think he's a good leader, too. I think his leadership is very underrated in terms of, him saying, I'll take, this loss or, putting players in this position, and you can trust him to be successful and win. So
let's grab that other chair in case Coach comes up.
What state does this put the Timberwolves in now?
Well, I mean, this all goes back to does Cat and does Wiggins. Are they more at ease now to allow them to play better because they were under the weight of Jimmy Butler? I think adding Covington and Sarge gives them a little bit more depth. I've never been a big Andrew Wiggins fan. I mean, the kid's talented, but I think Butler's issue with the Timberwolves and with guys like Wiggins is they just didn't have the same heart that Jimmy Butler had. Jimmy Butler was a guy who was the 30th pick in the first round, had to fight for everything that he got, had to work hard, had to prove himself, and he looks around to some of these young kids getting these max deals that really haven't
played.
They haven't really shown themselves to be elite. They've
Mm-hmm.
been kind of just granted to be elite. And I think that kind of rubs Jimmy the
Oh yeah,
wrong way.
I mean, who wouldn't? You know, it's hard to match his intensity and his heart about the passion that he has about the game of basketball and where he came from. You know, so I think he's in a good spot. I mean, Joel Embiid is just as passionate as anybody about basketball, and you just feel that presence with Ben Simmons that, you know, I'm a great player and I'm going to show you, I'm going to display that day in and day out. He had expectations of LeBron and Magic, you know, in terms of his passion, his IQ, his passing and IQ ability. So, you know, he kind of has that weight on his shoulders of, I have to be great night in and night out. So that's exciting, I think.
I think the issue for Jimmy Butler is going to be, if he can't make Philadelphia work, what's that then do? What happens then to Jimmy Butler, right? I mean, he kind of worked his way out of Chicago. He forced his way out of Minnesota. Mm-hmm. If it doesn't pan out in Philly, who then takes another run at Jimmy Butler, right?
And I think he's a great, not good, but a great co-star. I don't think him alone can change I don't think him alone changes a franchise. I don't think he's that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think guys like Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, those guys are franchise changers in terms of the culture, the winning record. But I don't think Ben Simmons is that guy in the East or West. So, but again, I'm excited about it all, you know. It's early, and I think that I was so excited because I felt like the NBA season came on so fast. And
it did come on fast.
It's just like, man, the headline.
Well, Lady Tigers win going away here, 63-38. Grace Miller with 16. I had Emma Boots with 14. Zoe Barger off the bench in the fourth quarter, finished with 8. I had Allison Powers with 9. Merle Frank hit a late 3-ball. Jamie Myers had a free throw in the second. Olivia King hit a couple threes. But Tigers about midway through the third really took control, opened up the lead to 15, 17 points, and never looked back. Hopefully Coach knows we're here and will work his way up. As Marcus and I got off into an NBA discussion here at a girls' high school basketball game. We will have a couple of boys' games next week. So looking forward to getting the boys going.
Yep, I'm excited about that as well. You know, at the beginning of the season, you kind of talked about where would the Wizards be in the East, and it's just kind of like.
And the Wizards have been nowhere.
Yeah, how did they fall off, you know, adding players, adding good pieces in Dwight Howard, and I think Jeff Green has the potential to be a good backup small forward for Markieff Morris. They say John Wall came into the season out of shape. And
have you seen John Wall? He is out of shape.
Yeah.
He's huge.
I mean, yeah.
For John Wall.
I've seen a picture of him and when he was practicing with Team USA, and he didn't look, you know, the original John Wall that I thought I saw before. But I'm curious to see that the Pacers beat the Heat by 8. Josh Richardson, which is a great player for them. Very athletic and stretches the floor. Bulls and Bucks. Let's see, that's at 9:30 here. Tyreek Evans was the leading scorer for the Pacers tonight in the loss with 23. I thought that was a great pickup for the Pacers. Another guy who could, you know, be a threat to the defense and what he can do with the ball, other than Victor Oladipo. The Pelicans started off hot beginning of the season. They were the last team to go undefeated for a loss. So, yeah.
Well, still hanging out, seeing if Coach is going to pop his head out. He may not know that we're even up here, but
so I know about the boys football. I know they had made it to sectionals. I thought, from my brother who coaches, he's the head coach at the middle school. He told me sound like they had a pretty successful season. Didn't get to get out and watch a game at all, but I know.
All right, we got
some.
All right, Marcus, give up your headsets. Let's get the girls on. Come on, girls, have a seat. All right, we got Grace and Alyssa up here. So, how's it going so far? How are you girls feeling about the season so far?
Pretty good. I think we're working as a team, especially tonight. We had a little talk, and we are ready to play the rest of the season together.
So you had a little talk. Now, what's that mean? Give us the inside backstory here. You had a little talk. Does that mean you needed a little talk to get things going?
So we played a game the other night, and it didn't go as we planned. So us seniors talked to the rest of the team, and we said, guys, we need to meet up and talk. So we talked about everything we needed to do and the expectations for this year. So we talked it over, and we came out and played exactly what we talked about. So
nice. I like that. I like to hear that because you guys got a ton of experience coming in this year. And I would think expectations, especially for your seniors coming into the season, had to be really high.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
And so do you think sky's the limit now? Are we on a roll? Have we got things put together?
We hope so.
We hope so? All right, nice. So you got New Haven coming up next, then you go on the road for 3 games. Kind of handicap these next coming games. Do you guys even look ahead in the schedule, or are you solely focused on the next game coming
I'm going to be honest. I don't realize we have a game till the day before.
Is that?
Yeah.
Our coaches always taught us to take one game at a time, so we don't look over any team. So we make sure that we get one team, and then once we get past that game, we move on to the next.
Now, Coach has long had a mantra, as long as I've been calling these games, just get better every day. Just get better. Are we getting better?
Definitely. We're focusing on our fundamentals, which is really helping us.
Well, you looked great out there tonight. It was one of those games that up here, you get to the fourth quarter and it's like, hey, we have locked this thing down. We can get some other girls on the floor, get them some experience. It felt good. No nerves up here, no butterflies. It was a good game, girls.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right, appreciate it. Thanks for stopping up.
Thank you.
All right, Coach.
Hey, first of all, let me say this. I'm glad to see you here, and you're doing better.
Well, thank you. Thank you. That means a lot, Coach.
For you.
Appreciate that, and it's nice to be back. We struggled to get this game up, and a lot of technical issues going on, but we got it up. And
we're glad to have you back because I've had a lot of people ask me, hey, where's Wells County Voice? We want to watch it. And so we're really glad you got us on the air.
Send the word out that we're back, and we've got a whole slate of games that we're going to cover, and it's good to see you, and thank you for the prayers.
Yes.
And, we felt all those prayers across the community, so
awesome.
Things are well. So I feel good.
Good.
Happy to be back here.
That
with
is
Marcus.
way more important than any basketball game, so we're glad to hear it.
So I know even before the schedule started that you had high expectations for this team.
For sure.
And so we're even back up at 2-2.
Mm-hmm.
How are you feeling right now?
Better tonight. We still have work to do. We've got work to do. We've got to clear up some things and keep establishing our roles and keep working together. It's a work in progress. I think people just kind of thought, we'd roll out and just start pounding people, and it really doesn't work that way. You've got different roles. You've got different expectations. You've got different things that people have to do that are different than last year even. When you take your 2 seniors out, even though a lot of people are like, well, you didn't lose very many points, but when you take Megan and you take Gabby away from a team and they had solid leadership, great defense, could shoot it a little bit, and 2 good ball handlers, that takes a big chunk out of your team. And so that's been a challenge for us, is to try to reestablish where we are, who's doing what, and really work on improving. And we really made an emphasis this week of just trying to do the simple things better. Let's just do simple better. And that was kind of our mantra all week, do simple better. And don't try to do too much. Don't play outside your role. Just do the simple things, make layups, make free throws, play good defense, and good things will happen.
Well, I tell you what, it was really encouraging to hear Alyssa and Grace talk about the seniors getting together and saying, okay, we're going to sit down and talk to our squad and kind of get things on the path that we want them to be. And that really shows a lot of senior leadership, and that's a real credit to the maturity of those girls.
Absolutely. You know, how that kind of came about was we didn't play well on Tuesday night at Mississinawa. Now, Mississinawa is very good. They have a 6'5" girl that's a D1 player that was really, really hard to guard, and she just tore us up. And then their other girls hit shots. They played very well. So I don't want to take anything away from them. Mississinawa played a very good game, but we just did not play up to our ability level. And a lot of that had to do with our mental focus and how we handled situations. We didn't react very well. We allowed outside circumstances that we couldn't control to bother us. And those things affected us throughout the entire game. And so we had that conversation after the game and said, look, we've got to respond better and we've got to be mentally tougher. Absolutely mentally tougher. We're just too soft. And so the girls on the bus, before we even got back, we have a little texting thing within our group with coaches and players. And the seniors had called a player-only meeting the next day after school, right after school. And we as coaches just looked at each other and goes, that's a great sign. Because we know they care, we know they love our program. And when you see that, it's no longer the coach's program, it's a player's program. And that's what we want. We want them to take it over and own it. And they have. And so they had a good meeting together. They established some things that needed to be taken care of. And I'll just leave that within them and let them talk about it. But those are things that are super positive that I see as a good sign going forward. But, you know, you play the number one team in the state first game without Grace. That's tough. But we hung with them and played well. Beat Blackford pretty bad. Didn't play well at Mississinawa when we first had everybody together. Now tonight we started out the first quarter a little rough, but then we really responded second quarter, then really third quarter and fourth quarter where we played pretty well, and I was happy how we finished the game.
Well, I'm curious, how often have you seen that happen where the seniors call a player-only meeting? Is there a rare event, or is that something that happens routinely?
I'd say that's pretty rare. I think it takes a special group of kids that can lead and really care about their teammates and care about themselves to do something. That's pretty rare, I think. I haven't seen it very often. I've seen it, but it hasn't happened too often, especially with girls. I've coached guys a lot in the past, and guys will get on each other, and they'll be, you know, hey, we're going to do this, and this is the way it's going to be. Girls are not sometimes that way, but these girls, they truly do care. They care about each other, first of all, which is huge. They care about our program, and they care about our success. And whether we win or lose, there's a right way to act. And I think that was the one thing they were trying to really establish within our group is, okay, guys, we got way off track with how we respond to things. That's not what our program's about. That's not what we do as teammates. And I was really proud of them for stepping up and showing that kind of leadership.
Well, again, that's a lot of maturity.
It is.
To be able to pull that
and
off.
That's a life thing. That's way bigger than basketball.
Sure.
I mean, yeah, we want to win games, but I mean, we more than that, we want to be great people and treat each other right, treat our teammates right, treat our opponents right. We want to be first class in everything we do.
That's why we play high school sports, isn't it? I mean, there's some elite athletes that are going to go on and do great things, but for the most part, this really is about developing adults.
It absolutely is, and that's the number one thing we do is try to develop character. And, you know, we have to, you know, your true character is revealed through adversity. You know, how do you respond in those situations? And, you know, it's hard. Sometimes it's really difficult when things aren't going good. We don't act right. And even as coaches, we don't. You know, we have to try to be the best examples we can, but sometimes, you know, the situations get to us at times. And so I think it's a good learning experience for all of us to try to just figure out ways that we can respond better and find ways that we can be great teammates to one another. And you know, they're going to have situations a lot harder in life than they're ever going to run into in a basketball floor. You know, so this is a good ground to try to learn how to handle these types of things.
Sure.
Coach, I had a quick question.
Sure.
I was wondering, I was talking to Scott before the game, and I was like, I wondered, what kind of luxury is it to have, you know, Grace Miller, Alyssa Burgett and Olivia King on the floor at the same time.
It-
Capable ball handlers,
Yeah.
That could run the offense. And
Yeah, sure, it's nice. I mean, that's why we work in the off season to
Mhm.
develop our skill, and hopefully we have, we want as many girls as we can to be skilled.
Yep.
I mean, the more we have, the better we're going to be, and the better we'll challenge ourselves in practice and make ourselves better. But yeah, it's certainly good to have that experience back. But experience doesn't make us better, but a year of hard work and improving makes us better,
yeah.
and that's the experience does help. But I think the one thing we really want to try to focus on is can we improve every day? It's like you said a little bit ago. Our thing I've talked about every year is let's come in to practice looking to improve and be hungry, and then leave practice better. And so that's one thing we're working on. We still have a long way to go. I don't think we're anywhere near where we can play to the best of our ability yet, but I saw some good signs tonight, so hopefully we can carry that over into next week.
All right, so we were curious, Coach. You don't see a lot of technicals on coaches get called in high school games. So we were just wondering, how many times have you received a technical foul in your coaching career?
As a head coach or as a coach, period?
Well, let's start as a head coach.
One time, 2 years ago, I remember, I can't even remember who we were playing. I stood up and go, "That's a foul." And the official was standing right in front of me, and he gave me a technical foul for
Just
that.
for that?
Just for that.
No kidding.
No idea why. I mean, that's exactly why, yeah.
So now that suggests that you had at least another one as an assistant coach.
I did not. I had an assistant coach in a JV game. I was a JV coach that got one. So I personally, the only technical I've ever gotten was when I've been a head coach at Bluffton. The one time.
All right.
And I didn't think I really deserved it. I should have done something else to earn it.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know what I could have done to earn it, but I certainly.
Has there ever been a time that you felt like you should have gotten a technical but didn't get one?
I'm sure there's probably been instances, but I can't remember when they are. I'm sure there probably has been. I try to remain a little more calm. I'm getting too old to get too wired up every
Well,
game.
I tell you what. I don't think I've ever seen a coach jump as high as Coach Lysing did on the sideline.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to see that on me. I mean, I could probably do it, but I don't want to make Coach Lysing look bad because he's got some ups, so I'll give him credit on that.
All right, Coach. Well, a nice game tonight, and again, really proud of your girls and proud of your seniors stepping up, and looking forward to see what your squad's going to do the rest of the way.
Yep, thank you very much, and hopefully we'll see you next week.
All right, thanks,
All
Coach.
right, take care.
All right, Marcus, let's wrap things up here. WellsCountyVoice.com player of the game.
I want to give it to Grace.
Grace.
Yep.
All right, Grace Miller.
well.
16 points tonight for Grace Miller. She is your WellsCountyVoice.com player of the game. We apologize for the technical issues early on, but we will get those sorted out, and we'll be back next week. We got a couple of boys' games. I don't know what else is on the schedule, but we got a whole slate of girls' games, so continue to check us out. It's great to have you back, Marcus. Appreciate it.
Back.
And one of these days, Marcus is going to have a YouTube show, and we're going to talk some NBA basketball.
All NBA, all the time.
From start to finish. So when's that going to happen?
Hey,
Marcus?
it's in production
It's
right
in,
now.
It's in production.
It's in production right now, and it's going to be exciting, so keep your eyes out for that.
All right, there you have it. Final here, 63-38 Lady Tigers. Thank you for joining us here on WellsCountyVoice.com.